you guys, I would show you how to install a secondary auxiliary battery in your Astro van, so that way you can run like a little heater for while you're sleeping, or we're going to also install flip down LCD screen to watch a movie on, and probably like some cigarette lighter power plugs, which I got here. I'm going to install this box for our deep cell battery, a little term block, so any new thing we want to power onto it, we can always add to it, and the battery will be in the box, and we'll have a wire to this so it's separated. And also this is my 12-volt heater, and I don't know how great this is going to work, but our plan is to use it, and then we'll first heat up the van before we park. Our main reason for this van is to go on ski trips and be able to sleep in the van to avoid paying for hotels and all that kind of thing, to make it more affordable. So what I would do is, drive there and heat the van up with the heat on the van and get it real toasty, and then use that to kind of maintain the heat. And we'll see how that works. If not, we may need to get another heater, maybe put 2 in there. We'll just go from there. But my plan is to, you can't really see because we have these, this is our bed, the boxes that pull out drawers with the bed. In the back of Astro vans, there's a cigarette lighter adapter in the back. So the first thing I'm going to do is pry this off, which I already did a little bit with one of these tools. And then I'm going to cut the wires of that cigarette lighter, and I'm going to run it to a switch, and then also to a fuse. I'll run it to a fuse, and then to the battery, and then to this fuse or battery terminal. So yeah, and where I'm gonna put it, down here under the seat. This folds down for the bed, and then we sleep across. But I'm gonna put it down here, and then run the wiring, and I'll put a mount for cigarette lighter power for in USB to charge like phones and things like that. And then also I'll have inverter, so I can convert the power to 120 and like charge my laptop and different other devices. And then I want to mount the screen up here. I don't have the screen yet, so that will be another video, but this is the first installation of just installing the battery. But I figured instead of running a whole another wire from the battery back, that I could just tie off on this and charge my auxiliary battery while we drive, and then you turn the switch off when you're not driving, so that way it doesn't drain the main car battery, and you're only using this battery to power your devices. And then while you drive, it recharges it. So you have to turn that switch back on though, so that way you don't have to worry about killing your battery in your car and you can't start it. So that's the whole point of the auxiliary battery. So first off, I'm going to start by prying this off, which, if you can see, there's 2 clips there, and I believe there's one up here, so I'm going to try and get that off, unless this has to be taken off. I'm not sure. I'll break it. Usually you can pry this open to see what's holding it in. I'm pretty sure it's this. This may need to be twisted out. Sure enough, guys, I used some pliers and loosened this up, and now it seems to be coming off. So pull that off. And by the way, this is a 2002 Astro van. I know there's some different models out there. You can see your cigarette lighter. I'm going to try and twist it out, and then I can splice my new wire from there. I popped that panel off, and you can see it in there. You had to untwist this part to come off the main, so that way you can push it through. Alright, that's the cigarette lighter. Basically I had to untwist that little part off, and I was able to pry the connector off, so I'm going to pull all that out. Basically what I'm going to do is cut these wires and splice into it, and splice another positive and negative wire going from this to my battery. Well, first to a switch and a fuse, then to the battery, so it'll charge the battery. So I'm gonna keep these little terminals intact because I want to keep this cigarette lighter down there so you can still use it. So yeah, I'll splice into it, cut the connectors off, and I'm gonna splice my cable in. That's going to go with the battery. So I'm going to do black to black, and I'm assuming red or orange is positive on this one, so I'm going to put red to orange. Okay guys, got my wire that I'm going to run to the battery here all stripped. And I got down there orange and black. I also go to connectors, strip, and so red to orange. The orange is positive and black ground. For the cigarette lighter, all powered up, and then it goes to this cable that's going to go to the battery. Real quick, I'm going to pull this through so it's behind the panel. Well, for the most part, I got the wires in there. So you can see the connectors on there, and then my auxiliary battery's coming out. I tucked it all in there. I'm going to push this back in, and also put this panel on, which goes. So you can see it coming up side of the bed. Then it goes on. Now I'm going to put the battery right here, so it's going to wire right in. The thing I'm going to do next is install my switch, because I gotta have that power first go to the switch, so that way I know it's not powering anything on the auxiliary battery or anything connected to it when the car is off. Well, that way I'll be able to turn it off and on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole here for one side for the power cable to come in from that cigarette lighter, and then it's going to come up to the front. I'm going to drill a hole here, and that's where I'm going to mount this this switch. So ring terminal, put that on there, the ground, pinch that together. I got it all white. If you look here, the switch is there, positive on both ends, so that way when you turn it off, it cuts power to the positive line, which doesn't run power to your battery. And then that's the ground that's going to hook onto the ground on the battery, and then that's the side, the positive side, that's going to hook to the positive side on the battery. So that way when I turn the switch on, it runs power to those to the battery. Now, I know this is not the greatest light because it's getting dark. Now when I turn this on, it's going to power that battery just like that. Now I'm going to install this term block from the battery to this, so instead of tying in all the power straight to the battery, I'll just have positive and negative go into this, and I can tie all my gadgets in, like my LCD screen or my heater in here. So I got it all wired up in here, but basically what I did, so basically the power comes in from the cigarette lighter in the back of the van, goes into here where your switch is. Where your switch is right here, the cover of the battery. So you turn it on, and then that goes to charge the battery, and then from there I got a fuse here into our term block that I glued here. It's not quite fully dry yet, but then I can put spades and wire positive and negative from there to any devices I have. That way it's all organized, it's all contained once I put the lid on, and it also, when the switch is on, the van will charge this battery. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and now I'm going to install my heater and also one of these cigarette lighter things that I can put cigarette lighter USB chargers for phones and such. And also my inverter I can plug into there. Because that's the finished product. Right there you have my cigarette lighter and my heater tied into that term block there, which is tied into the battery. And there's the switch. I'm going to put it all back together. I don't have a ton of light in here, so that's my auxiliary battery installed. Up there I got my cigarette lighters to charge things off of. I'm going to put the top on. power from the battery on the car. And there's my heater, which works. And I just installed an auxiliary battery. I'll show you how I did that. Here's the bed back here. And then I got pull-out drawers here just so you can see. Containers, and that's the bed, and then that seat folds down and completes the bed. It's just nice so I can fold it up if people want to sit back there until I'm sleeping. But anyways, I ran a power and ground from that cigarette lighter, and from there I ran it up front. You can see the cable, the white cable going from it. Switch up there with the auxiliary battery in there, and also a terminal panel so I can tie other things into power on it. And basically how it works is while that switch is on, the car will charge the battery, and once the car is off, I turn that switch off, so if I drain this auxiliary battery, it doesn't kill my car battery. But then I wired up here. I got a heater, and it's a little 12-volt electric heater. It's by Shoemaker. I haven't tested it. I haven't tested it. I don't know how great it will do on heating this van, but my plan was to heat the van while driving and then just let this maintain the heat. And then I just ordered some two 12-volt blankets, that heated blankets, so that should keep us pretty toasty. Me and my wife keep us pretty toasty in here. And also I ran the battery, the auxiliary battery, to these two cigarette type lighters, so that way I can like charge my laptop from that, and, or maybe even hook up a power inverter, 12 to 120. And then I just have a Kenwood in there, head unit, and I just ordered an Android LCD screen head unit that can play movies. There's Wi-Fi, GPS, basically anything you can do on your phone you can do on there. And then also I ordered a flip down DVD screen that's going to go right here. It's going to flip down and be connected to the auxiliary battery so we can watch movies while the van's off. So yeah guys, that's my next upgrade on the van. And also I put in these tinfoil type covers for the windows to keep the heat in. But yeah, thanks for tuning in guys. Keep tuning in, and I'm gonna show you a video on how to install the LCD screen and that head unit. So if you want to learn how to do that, tune in to Life Modder and check out my website. And if you guys please could subscribe and leave a comment if you like, and yeah, just keep checking out my videos. I appreciate it. Thanks.